welcome. My name is Example. Welcome to the I Am Example podcast. Here we're going to inspire you. We're going to motivate you. We're going to push you. We're going to build you. Any obstacle that you ever encountered, you can overcome by believing in yourself. And here you're going to discover that strength. We're going to teach you how to hustle. We're going to teach you how to grind. We're going to teach you about all those things. Keep it locked in and stay tuned. Welcome to the I Am Example podcast, and I'm your host, Example. I hope everyone's doing good out there. They out there getting that money, getting to the money, hustling, grinding, shining, doing whatever you have to do to get through. You dig? And if you're trying to reach me, you can email me at imexample456@gmail.com. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at I_am_example456, and you can also follow us on YouTube at I Am Example 456. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe. And we're also having a free t-shirt giveaway, and you can contact us via Instagram. You can send us a picture or a screenshot showing that you shared it. Share the podcast, share the YouTube, and we'll do a sweepstakes, and we'll send you out a free t-shirt while supplies last if we have your size. Okay? And we're going to get right into it. Y'all don't forget about the sweepstakes. We're starting that soon. Well, we're starting that as of now. Alright? And we're going to get right into it. And the example of the week is my mother. You don't need to know her name, but if you know me, you'll know her. And this doesn't really have anything, no personal reference or personal connotation to it, or that just being my mother. But it's something that I got to witness and experience on a daily basis. You understand? I got to see her struggle. I got to see her grind, and I got to see her ambition to grow. Y'all have to understand that my mother didn't even graduate high school, right? But my mother raised me in the projects, and somehow, some way, she owns a home. You understand? Somehow, some way, she taught herself how to drive. Somehow, some way, she made sure that I got the best education that she could possibly provide for me. You understand? And I just love the ambition. I say that all the time. I just love the ambition, the drive, the persistence in somebody. And to visually watch my mother on a daily basis go through that is inspiring to me, that there's nothing that I can't do. Nothing. I remember vaguely that one time we didn't have enough money to buy a whole living room set. And our living room set was old, right? It still had plastic on it. So we didn't have enough money at that time to purchase a living room set. So my mother, being the inspiring, or the person that she is, said that, oh well, then I'ma fix it. I said, I remember her saying that, like, I'ma fix it. Okay. And I didn't understand, because the living room set wasn't broke, but she learned how to upholster living room sets, or reupholster chairs. It took her, she did it after work. After working 9-10 hours, she would come home, she would watch TV, and reupholster our furniture. I never even thought about that. I never even understood that this woman that didn't have education past high school knew, like, well, this is a problem, this is the solution that I'm gonna apply to solve it. She didn't say, well, I can't afford one, so I'm just not gonna have one. She said, well, the living room set is in good condition, so let me reupholster it. Like, maybe it's something, but the ambition and the drive, that nothing really stood in my mother's way. So when she put her mind to do something, she actually did it. And that's where I get my drive from. There's nothing that's going to stand in my way. There's nothing that should stand in your way. There should be no excuses. There should be no exceptions. If you really want it, go get it. And that's the example of the day. Y'all can hit me up. I'm not going to send that type of traffic and attention to my mother. So if y'all know me, y'all know her. You dig? So we're going to get right into it. The topic for today's podcast is the God in me. Let that marinate on you real quick. The God in me. And let me give you a disclosure that this isn't the religious aspect or the religious introspective approach to this title. It doesn't have any religious connotation whatsoever, because a lot of people have this confused perception on what the God in me says. From what I've observed, a lot of people tend to say that God is in me or God is working in me. And I can understand that. You understand? And I can resonate with that. But a lot of people just put too much responsibility on God. You understand? There's nothing wrong with being in touch with a higher power and stuff like that, but that higher power is not going to do every single thing for you. I feel that God or the higher power, the supreme being, whatever you believe in, wants you to pursue what he gifted in you or she gifted in you. You understand? People just want to say, well, I want a good job. I want $1 million. I want a big house. I remember somebody told me they couldn't stay in a $50,000 house, and I looked at them like, yo, but you stay in the projects though. How you can't stay in a $50,000 house, a home that you own, but you can stay in the projects and rent $800, $900 a month? You'll never own nothing in the projects. Well, I'ma pray on it. Well, you can't just pray on something without working towards it or working for it. You can pray for $1 million, you get $1 million and blow $1 million. Then what? You're going to be right back to square one. You have to go through the hardships. You have to go through the bumps, the bruises, and the grinds to appreciate what you get. And I think that's the real God. That's God's plan. And that's when you realize the God is in you. God is in you. It's a true saying that I pride myself or I listen to, is if he can bring you to it, he can bring you through it. If he brought you to a hardship, if he brought you to an obstacle, if he brought you to disappointment, despair, or whatever, it's up to you to either you gonna pick yourself up, wipe the blood and the sweat off, and keep it pushing, or you just gonna fall by the wayside and accept what's given to you. I'm not. I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't exposed to that, or none of the people in my circle growing up were accepting their circumstances. Yeah, we were raised in the projects. Yeah, we were raised in the hood, but yo, that was not the limit of our expectations. Sorry. My mother wanted more from me. So that's how come she took it up on herself and put that responsibility on her. Like, well, I want my children to have a home, so I have to get them a home. You understand? I think people just put so much emphasis on God that they forget that they have to work for whatever you get. You understand? Granted, some things are given to us, but the things that are given to us, you won't appreciate it enough until you work for it. You won't value it enough until you work for it. You understand? Just look at it like this. When you was growing up, you didn't appreciate having lights. But when you start paying a light bill, you appreciate having lights. You understand? Because you have to work to keep those lights on. It's not your mother's responsibility. It's not your father's responsibility. You have to grind. You have to hustle. You have to do whatever you have to do to keep your lights on. But when you were growing up, you never appreciated it because it was given to you. You understand? The God is in everybody. God is in everything and everybody. But it's up to you if you want to get in tune to reach your greatest potential. If you want to grow to to the expectations on what, we're gonna scratch that. But it's up to you. Now, I don't want to get all twisted and confused, you understand? So it's ultimately up to you on if you reach your fullest potential. And so many people use God as an excuse not to reach their fullest potential. Well, if it wasn't intended for me to have, if God didn't intend for me to have it, he would have gave it to me. You understand? If he intended for me to have it, he would have gave it to me. No, if he gave you the thought to have something, he intended for you to go out there and bust your ass to go get it. You understand? And I got a couple of steps that you can follow to find the God in you. The first step that you can follow is by saying, yes, I can. People give me all type of excuses, exceptions, anything, just bullshit. And I hate to sound so coarse and so harsh, but just a whole bunch of BS. But they don't give me one excuse on why they can. They could give me 10, 15 excuses on why they can't, but can't give me one excuse on why you can't. Well, I failed the test 8 times, so what? Try again. I failed 6 times, so what? Get up 7. That's always, but it hurts to get up, but I'm tired of falling, I'm tired of tripping. So, what happens when you stand up and can run? Or what happens when you stand up for that 7th time? Yeah, so what? You get knocked down so many times, you got to get back up. That's the first step in finding the God in you, is saying, yes, I can. Even if you gotta say, yes, I can, with the strength of God in me, that's good enough for me. But you have to say, yes, I can. It has to start with a yes, I can. Alright? The second one that you can do to find the God in you is help somebody. You have to remember that you were once ignorant too. You were once in despair too. You were once struggling too. At some point in time, you had some hard times. And I think it's your responsibility to help somebody else that's going through hard times. You understand? Now, if they keep repeating the cycle, that's not hard times. You're repeating you have a habit, you have a cycle. But everybody goes through hard times. So it's your obligation and your responsibility to help somebody that's going through hard times. Especially when you're not going through hard times anymore. You understand? So that's the second step, is to help somebody. And the third step, I feel, to finding the God in you is to love something. You have to love something. Some people say they love drinking, or they love going out. They love letting their hair down. Some people love their kids. Some people love their parents. Some people love their sisters. But you have to love something. I don't care if it's your family. I don't care if it's your drive, your ambition. But something has to love. You have to love something. And I say that you have to love something at step 3 because of the simple fact, there's going to be some lonely days. There's going to be some harsh days. There's going to be some down and out times. And you're going to need something to hold on to push you through those times. So find that something that you love, hold on to it, and push through it. You dig? And that's my little podcast. That's my little information for the day, or my little inspiration for the day. I'm not pretending to be no guru. I don't know it all. But we gonna learn from each other. You dig? And y'all don't forget about that t-shirt sweepstakes, not sweepstakes, but that t-shirt free giveaway that we giving out. And y'all can hit me up on Instagram at I_am_example456. Send me a picture of you sharing the podcast on YouTube or anything like that, and we will try and get you a t-shirt out to you. Send me your size also. That will be while supplies last. Okay? And y'all don't forget the 3 steps. The The 3 steps to finding the God in you is to say yes I can, first and foremost. And the second one is to help somebody. And the third one is to love something. Alright? I'm not going to hold y'all up. I don't like doing long podcasts. I don't like talking your ear off or nothing like that. So if y'all want to catch me, y'all email me at iamexample456@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at I_am_example456. Follow us, like, share, subscribe. Also on YouTube, I am example456. Alright, and I'm going to get out of here. And y'all remember, find the God in you and build off of that. It's nothing to give me an excuse. But God is in everybody, so try and build off of that and strive for that and build off of it. Alright? I'll get y'all next time. Get at me.